Hey everybody, this is Steve Krause. I'm coming at you from my home office. A little bit different view. This is actually my computer behind me here, and normally I use the camera on my computer to do the filming, but I thought I'd try something a little bit different, just so you get a little bit different view of me and where I'm at and everything. Just a couple of things to start about wrapping up the end of the term, and here we are at the 13th week. Recording this on November 30th, and we're entering into the final discussion phases of the class, along with the virtual film festival and work on the final project. So let me just hit a couple highlights here, and then to kind of walk you through the end of the term. So. For the first, so the collaborative videos, and the videos this term are all collaborative, and it's one big group. Your group's video needs to be posted to YouTube no later than the end of the day of Wednesday this week, which I believe would be December 2nd. Someone in your group needs to inform me of this. Just send me the link, and everybody will know. I probably have seen the video except for me, and I will post that link to the class website, and we'll take a look at that and enjoy it all together. Also, beginning this week, what needs to happen is you need to wrap up the discussion on the YouTube Lowbridge videos. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they writing? Those blog comments, and a discussion on the Uratz and Anderson essays, which are Monday and Wednesday of this week. These are essays that you should have read earlier in the video unit here, and hopefully will actually make a little bit more sense now that you've had the experience of making the video and working collaboratively on this. Anderson's point is being that these things are a good tool for teaching different kinds of electronic literacy, and Uratz's point being that YouTube is kind of evil. So you can kind of, hopefully we'll have some sort of debate about that in relationship also to the Wesh video that we watched earlier in the term. Now, Wednesday we begin the virtual film festival, but we also will begin the final peer review for the project, and I will set up the peer review groups probably shortly after I complete making this video. And this is really important. You need to have a first draft of your essay about the movie making process posted for review by Wednesday at 5 p.m. Okay? You need to have a first draft of your essay about the movie making process posted for review by Wednesday at 5 p.m. Then you need to respond to your group members' comments on their drafts no later than Friday at 5 p.m. Okay, it has to move quick because we've reached the end of time, or we're getting close to the end of time, and we need to wrap these things up. So mark those calendars and make sure that you're able to do that. The final version of your essay for the movie project is due a week from today. By the end of the day, which I think of as it's midnight, December 7th, Michigan time. So make sure that we're going quick on this last peer review and this last this last essay project, but hopefully by now you kind of have, a handle on things and how that all goes. Now, in week 14, which is the last week of class, you'll notice a couple of things. First off, the last blog assignment, What is Style Part 2, is due sometime by Wednesday, I guess it would be December 9th. That is the last blog post for the term. And by the way, hopefully you've been keeping up on some of the blog posts. I know some people have been better at it than others, but the blogs all together for the first part of the semester and the second part of the semester are the equivalent of an entire essay. And if you haven't really been posting and all you have to do is do them. And if you haven't been posting to the blogs during the course of the second part of the term, you're liable to lose a few points on that in terms of the overall grade. So the final blog posts are due on December 9th. Also due on December 9th is your final participation grade. And this is just like what we did for the first half of the term. I want you to send me an email telling me what grade you think you ought to get for participation for the second half of the term. Finally, on the last day of class is December 11th. And I guarantee you this, on this date, I will be able to tell you exactly what grade you will get for the term, assuming that you've turned everything in and before any sorts of revisions. That really is the last day of the class, and you'll have everything you need to know about what the grade that you have. Oh, one last thing before I forget, to go back for a second to the video project. The project is due a week from today, and it needs to be posted to email, or actually needs to be posted to your your WordPress.com space. However, what I also want you to do is send me an email on that day describing the participation process, the group participation process, the collaboration process. And in this email, I want you to tell me basically 3 things. What grade you think you ought to get for, or what you did for participating, collaborating with your colleagues on making the video, what you think other people in the group did in terms of participating, collaborating, and making the video, and what grade you think that everybody in the group ought to get in terms of collaborating and participating together on making the video. And this is a sort of speak now or forever hold your peace clause. What I mean is that if everybody feels like they got along and worked together and the collaborative process worked out okay, well then you can give everybody whatever grade you want and say that everything went fine. If you've got issues, if you think that one person really didn't show up and do their part of the job, or if you think that one person kind of hogged the ball and didn't share the activities with other people, then this is your time to share that information with me. Okay, so that too will be due on a week from today when you turn in the final project. Okay, so back to the finals. So everything, assuming that everything is handed in, you'll have grades for everything in the class on December 11th. Now, then you have a chance to talk about what sort of revisions that you want to make. I've already met with some people about revising some projects, and I'd be happy to meet with other people or to chat with people on the phone about this. Recall that you can revise any of the major projects for the term. You get 1 chance of revision, and these revisions are due at the end of the term. And the main condition in terms of revising one of these projects is that you need to speak with me about your plans in revision. There's a variety of different reasons for this. I can talk with you in person, and I'm readily available, especially during finals week. And actually, the last week of the term, week 14, I'll be pretty available too. I'm readily available to talk with you and to meet with you and talk about your project in person on campus, or I can speak with you on the phone. And my experience has been that this has worked for everybody I've ever had in an online class. I've even had students in the Middle East and students who are in the military and students who are on the West Coast, and we were able to make it work on the phone. So between one of those 2 things, I am sure we can do that. The speaking together is critical in terms of the revision process. That your revision won't count really until we get together and talk. Finally, let me just talk briefly about the end of time. As I say in the course schedule here, the end of time for this class is December 18th, 2009, 5 p.m. Michigan time. Okay? Mark this on your calendar, underline it, highlight it, draw little stars around it, whatever, because this is what I mean by the end of time. December 18th at 4:58, 4:59, everything is fine. Birds are singing, children are playing, Santa is getting ready to bring presents, whatever. Everything is great. Okay? At 5:01 on December 18th, Michigan time, in the afternoon, time itself ceases to exist. We are sucked into a void, a darkness, a blackness, a death, a nothingness. It's a cosmologic, theologic, philosophic puzzle. Okay? So if you were to say to me, hey Steve, is there any way I can hand this stuff in on December 19th? I would say, what do you mean? There is no December 19th. And this is because all things must come to an end. And for our purposes, that end is absolutely, positively December 18th, 2009 at 5 p.m. Michigan time. So make sure that you've got that straight. Okay, I think that's about it. This is probably my version of the last of the semester video. It's been an interesting term, and hopefully I'll see you all online.